Hey, what's going on, people? It's your boy, again. Yours truly, Mr. Brown Baldy. But anyways, coming in to a reaction to a new Death Battle. This time featuring Deku from My Hero Academia and Miles Morales of Marvel Spider-Man. And it looks pretty cool. I'm not too, how can I say, familiar with, well, I'm familiar with Spider-Man. I mean, who isn't, right? Unless you're living under a rock somewhere. But, not that I'm not a fan. Well, yeah, I'm not a fan. Like, I don't dislike Miles Morales, but the problem is that I never really got into him. I never really read about him that much. But as far as I know, he is a very beloved character who pretty much has the same abilities as Peter Parker, our main Spider-Man. That being said, however, My Hero Academia, well, I haven't kept up with it in the longest time. I couldn't even tell you what the story is now, or if it even still ongoing. I am familiar with My Hero Academia. I watched the first few seasons. I think I might have stopped watching it a little bit after the battle of, and I know people are gonna be mad, but the last battle I remember seeing was when Deku was fighting Muscular. Sorry. Chill out. Calm down. But I'm just being honest. And but nonetheless, my early prediction, I gotta go with Deku. Gotta go with Deku Midoriya. But either way, I can speculate all I want. Let's see what's up. I like the graphics.
Izuku Midoriya.
Spider-Man versus Deku. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
All right, let's take this from the top again. This is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive spider, and for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there to look out for the little guy.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like in Universe 1610, when NYC's Webhead got iced on the job.
The city was left without its protector. But fortunately, Peter wasn't the only one who got bit. Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world. And now, he had it thrust upon him.
The canon event to start all canon of...
Real name, Miles Morales, age 17, height 5'8", graffiti artist, herald of Nancy, teams, champions, ultimates, Avengers, likes Naruto, ooh, my boy, DBZ, oh my goodness, JoJo, oh, well, maybe not JoJo's, nothing against them, but definitely DBC and Naruto, which is, okay, I might actually just start watching because he likes them. And of course, I mean, who doesn't like Gwen? Dislikes, canon events, GameSpot, Paul, okay?
No Spider-Person is complete without...
Okay, arsenal and abilities, nano match vibranium suit, Wakanda web shooters, okay, spider powers, super strength and agility, wall crawling, radar Spartacans, invisibility, okay, is that from his suits or is they can actually turn invincible? Venom powers, Venom punch, Venom shock, Venom blast, mega Venom blast, Venom saber, bioelectric webs, absorption, and overdrive. I remember correctly, because of probably his advanced suit, I've seen him in the Spider-Man game, I think it was Spider-Man 2, which I haven't played. I should really play it. It's been out for a while, but I never actually played it. Get into it, but the point is that I see Miles Morales. He can generate kinetic energy of some sort or something like that, and I guess that's what the whole Venom thing is, right? The Venom punch, Venom shock, Venom blast. I think that's what it is. But anyways,
do it his own way.
And it helped that this particular spider had a bit more to its bite than Peter's. Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on, Spidey.
Yeah.
Branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric energy and weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
Punching, absorbing, blasting, mega blasting. Hell, he can even make electric constructs out of this stuff, like biowebbing and a damn sword. Jeez, what kind of spider
Oh
was
damn.
this?
It's not
Okay.
entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linnaeus, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
Oh shit.
Well, whatever
Interesting.
kind of bite it. Oh, geez, Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb that was going to vaporize Harlem. A blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
He's gotten kudos from a ton of older heroes, too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The king of Wakanda himself even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
The same stuff as T'Challa's own
Nice.
suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb kinetic energy and vibrational impacts.
It helps to regulate Miles's venom powers too, allowing him to better control his electrical output.
The vibranium is thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style, but it can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
When vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive.
Giving him huge boosts in strength and speed, and making him a whole lot zappier. It's your classic shonen power-up, and he knows.
I gotta say, I thought, for what I'm understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, that venom power that he has, so that's his own power. Okay, maybe I should probably get around to play and watch more Miles Morales, because I do like the fact that he has like his own. I always thought he was more like just another Spider-Man. But it looks like he also has like some unique powers that are, that make him special. And so far they look pretty cool. They look really, really cool. And I should probably pay more attention. But anyways.
Knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor. No longer standing in the shadow, but side by side. He's even become one of the big players of
Feats up. Blew up a giant symbiote dragon. Lifted most of a building. Took hits from giant woman. Dodged missiles, lightning, and lasers. Stopped the inheritors. And saved the web of life. Not sure what that is. Saved an alternate universe from his evil clone. Won an Oscar. Defeated the Prowler, Green Goblin, Venom, Mr. Negative, Selim, and Kingpin.
But what is a hero? To the citizens of Japan, there was no one more synonymous with the word than their symbol of peace. All Might.
The big numero uno. With a smile on his face, he could save anyone and win any fight, no matter what.
Or so it seemed. After a battle with his arch-nemesis All For One, All Might was grievously injured. His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
In this world, most human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one. Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or as local bully Bakugo like to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save people just...
Background: real name Izuku Midoriya. I call him Deku. It's just famous, but his name is actually Izuku Midoriya. Age 16. Post 24 time skip. Okay, cool. Height 5'6". Profession teacher, part-time hero. Alias one for all hero. Deku possesses 7 quirks. Favorite food katsudon. Romantic interest. Oh, one of them.
like All Might, but even his idol told him that he would have to give up on his dreams.
Forever the beta male in the shadow of Bakugo and his Sigma quirk, until he got the chance to alpha up and lend his rival a helping hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, one for all. This power allows him to boost his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific US locales, and does
I know, right?
Or football, as they call it.
straight punches, spikes, even finger flicks. One for All is the ultimate in strength enhancing quirks, and that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All for One, All Might would be forced into retirement, just a few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
But he didn't have to do it alone. Just as All Might had passed One for All onto Deku, it had been passed onto All Might by his master, and onto her by her master. One for All was a power that was built upon for generations.
The quirks of the previous users of One for All manifested in Deku, along with their spirits, or vestiges, to help him in his battle against All for One.
Black Whip gives him energy tendrils.
Arsenal and abilities, quirks, One for All, Gear Shift, Fajin, Danger Sense, Black Whip, Smokescreen, Float, Custom Zeta, Air Force Gloves, Mid Gauntlets, Iron Souls.
To swing around, Danger Sense detects incoming threats and unease, letting Deku react in advance. Though it's mostly like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats. Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him, create a smokescreen, but he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smokescreen.
That's swell and all, but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in
Oh,
conjunction
damn.
with full cowling to achieve foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
And he can go even faster than that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. He can slow down foes to leave them frozen in the air, or move so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All for One's
Oh,
own
damn.
protege Shigaraki couldn't track him, and this is a dude who can catch light speed laser beams.
It does have a time limit though. After 5 minutes of continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
Not nearly as bad as One for All was.
Feats, unlocked One for All's full potential, became the number 4 hero, obliterated Dark Might's fortress, flew nearly 200 kilometers in an hour, survived the recoil of his attacks, saved Eri, Kota, Ayama, and Lady Nagant. Sorry, Lady Nagant. Oh, I said it right, Nagant. Defeated Shigaraki, All for One, Overhaul, Gento, can hit you really hard.
Suffocating him though, he's been doing all.
Weighed on Deku, so he left UA to fight this war alone.
But alone
I like
was
the way he
never
looks
where
there.
Deku fought best. Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him on. Because that was the greatest threat to All for One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One for All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All for One once and for all, blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Alright, let's do this. Before we continue, like I said, okay, no takebacks. So far, the feats of Miles Morales is more, but I already said that Izuku, so I'm gonna go with Izuku.
Yo! You're more man and less spider than usual.
Whoa, I was looking for you! Care to show me what you can do?
Alright, new guy. First lesson? Don't watch the mouth. Watch the hands.
Now watch mine! Delaware!
Let's try
Oh,
that one
damn.
more time. Guess who?
I can't use my full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
You got skills, man. I like that. Oh, mierda.
I'm sure that you're really nice, but you can't cut it here in BK. I'm sure that you're all might, but I'm running away at the right place. With all that murderous stuff, my fanboy, you already lost. You should take the hit.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out! Because I always do my best!
But you know what I'm worth, New York or Earth. No touch will stun you, run you down, and stuff you like some black faces and Timbs. Never forget that I'm him.
Nice.
If I'm gonna do my best, I gotta do my own thing.
I like the visuals. Nice.
Daryl was right! Your quirk is amazing!
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spider-Man.
His suit has shock absorption, not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
Nice. Oh, badass.
That's bad!
Go beyond!
Oh, damn.
Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate.
KO! Vaya con Dios!
Makes sense.
Aranya Hoven.
Let's start by talking about their superpowers, which matched up quite evenly. Unsurprisingly, given the not-so-subtle inspiration for Deku's quirks, though they did have some edges over the other.
The Spider Sense gave Miles more insight on his surroundings and threats than Danger Sense, which has been worked around before.
This meant Miles' invisibility was harder for Danger Sense to detect when he wasn't attacking, while the Spider Sense's radar system allowed him to find Deku in a smokescreen. But Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float was a lot more mobile than Webs, and Fajin gave a bigger boost in strength than Venom did. Since both had some advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Next up, speed.
Yeah.
Scaling to Peter, Miles could dodge light speed attacks, which actually outpaced Izuku moving faster than that sniper bullet. Fortunately for Deku though, that wasn't his best.
Thanks to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki. Even worse for Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible. So speed goes to Deku.
As for skill, Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
But Miles' powers and fighting style gave Deku few immediate openings.
Deku may have received more formal training at UA, but he was ultimately only active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles has been handling
Yeah.
everything from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
It's close, but with his greater experience, skill goes to Miles, and that means the biggest deciding factor is raw strength.
And that was no contest. Miles absorbing the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One For All is all about.
When Deku defeated All For One, the energy needed to part those clouds with his punch had a yield of 362 billion tons of TNT, smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the water.
But it wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after all. So the question wasn't necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons. Impressive, but Deku defeating All For One was still over 600 times stronger than Vibranium's limit.
And Deku did that with One For All's embers, not the full package.
And remember, the
Okay.
Vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had, making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
It's there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this superpower battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed and immense strength that made him the winning hero.
And the morales of the story is...
The winner is Deku.
Next time on Death Battle.
I'm sorry. I didn't caught. I didn't quite. Maybe I was out of it, but okay. My boy Deku won. Okay, so I was right. I thought maybe I convinced myself that the other one won. But it caught. Oh. Oh ho ho ho!
Subscribe and join as a member to see more
yeah.
Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that was Death Battle. Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. That was a pretty cool battle. It was very friendly. I liked it. It wouldn't make sense for these guys to fight because they're both very chill people. You know, I mean, they would fight at most just to like I said, like a sparring battle to see who's really stronger, but maybe not to the death. But well, I don't know if he killed Miles Morales. But that being said, it was a pretty cool battle. I don't know why I convinced myself that Morales was going to win, even though I was going for Deku. I literally did not get it towards the last minute when he told me, oh, he actually won. That was very stupid of me. My mind must be going other places, or I must have just missed something in between. But either way, that was a pretty cool battle. I'm glad that I got it right this time because I tend to usually mess up. But anyways, that was my reaction. If you like it, if you have it in you, please do me a favor. Give me a like and subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. How about your bro? This is your boy Brown Baldy. Thank you so much for joining me. And you have a good rest of your day. And you all take care.